see a squad from the SEC, the Kentucky Wildcats, taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Kentucky about to kick off to get things underway. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. So the Alabama Crimson Tide offense will take the field for the first possession of this game. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming in this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Puts it out of the air. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
Makes the catch. It's Hale. Turning it on. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
He's got it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking for a man. It's Russell. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. The return never really got started, but boy, he has set his team up at the 28.
How about this defense? Coming out, you know you've got a challenge on your hand, and you're talking about coming out ready, hairs on fire, ready to play. You can tell, dropping back.
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. One of the mantras of the Crimson Tide is they want to make your rear end quit, and that defensive line can certainly do that.
Big, physical. You've seen all these guys up front. They're strong at the point of attack, and they make you earn everything you get. And the athleticism when they get you in passing situations, and they know you're going to pass, they're going to come after your quarterback.
Bells and whistles have got to be going off in this quarterback's head now. It's third and long, so you know you're expecting pressure. You got to know where your hot routes are. You got to be able to read the coverage and make sure you get this.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Kentucky will be forced to punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
To the ground with the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And that's what makes this defense so difficult to run against. They've got guys up front that just push offensive linemen backwards. They basically push the blockers right into the lap of that running back.
He'll try to do it himself. What a nice job by the defense stringing that out and forcing him out of bounds. He got nothing.
Yeah, I think that's nice discipline by this defense. Doing a good job playing inside out, using the sideline to their advantage, kind of stringing it out, not giving up yards. This is a really good job by the defense playing fast and playing smart.
Him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field position. Let's see what they can do.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
Yeah, how about this defense, man? That's the third sack of the day. They've been putting pressure, getting him on the ground. Not something they've been good at throughout this season. This defense playing better because they're getting more pressure on the quarterback.
Finds his man in the middle. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Got his man on the right. Really nice job to convert that third down, and they've got it at the 33.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Kentucky right back to the line.
Yeah, and this man, you got to do a better job blocking. And I tell you what, that's kind of been a theme throughout the season. They haven't been high-powered. They haven't really figured out who they are yet. And they still got time. The season's not over yet. But this offense is still in identity mode.
On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. He's open on the right. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19. This Kentucky offense really moving the ball quickly. Send the tight end in motion. The give. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. On the run, it's Maddox. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. He was looking for room to return that, but he'll just hand it to the offense. They'll take over at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Crosses the 30. At the 45 on his way. He's loose down the left side. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Alabama!
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous. If he gets into the second level, great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions, but I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
The tide crowd rolling noise down on the Saban field on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket breaking down. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball. Kentucky sent out the punting unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He's got it. He gets a block. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get it. It's a touchdown. A dynamic, explosive return. The sliver of daylight exploding through it, just vaporizing and reappearing on the other side and housing it.
And punt returners are so quick. You can play touch football on an elevator with them and lose. You can't even get your hand on those. So quick, so elusive. That's such a great job making people miss, but still going full speed up the field to get all the way to the end zone and score a TD.
This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front.
And not great blocking up front. They're struggling to get the running game going. And tell you what, they got to find something. Last week it was a bad performance, and this offense has got to get some momentum early in this game and find something that they do really, really well and someone they can count on.
So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break, and they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Kentucky will be forced to punt. He only needs a sliver of daylight. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Here comes that Alabama offense. They've already put a couple of scores up, and they look to add to it on this drive. Back to throw, it's Russell. He's looking deep. He's got it. They will score. Touchdown, Bama. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. That had touchdown written all over it from the moment he caught the ball. Big play, big run for the Scoop.
Yeah, they had touchdown written all over it because nobody was covering it. It'd be a good idea to get a hand on him. You know, listen, I know you guys got some speed, and maybe you give him a cushion and give him some space, but that was a little aggressive on the space department there.
Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were...
Oh, out of space. The 20. Touchdown, Kentucky. He got a step and just dusted the field.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do, build the lead.
Reels it in down the left side. And the big gain, they've got it on the 46. Really want to try to pick up at least half of the yardage needed on 1st and 10. They're going to run it. Oh, he's got some space. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you've got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
Alabama just did work on the ground. Let's see if they go right back to it. Off play action on 1st down. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Tide.
This offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably scored pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative play.
And here comes the Heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
Boy, this defense is ridiculous. On point. They know how to rush the passers. Multiple guys getting it done. 5 sacks, and we are still in the first half.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And the defense gets loose, bringing the Heat, and down he goes again. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Looking downfield, it's Russell. Strong pass rush, gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
Well, obviously, at this point in the first half, the defense is finding themselves in a hole. You just get the feeling if they're going to get back in this, they're going to need more plays like that. They're going to need sacks. They're going to need turnovers. They're going to have to create negative plays to get themselves some momentum.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Going to take a shot. Got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Just gets rid of it before the Heat. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. The give out of the gun. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters, and I know the pass is coming, so I can have more success.
He will not make a fair catch, field the punt, and bring it back. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Making side adjustments here. Scanning the field, it's Russell. Bringing the heat. Steps away. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy. Because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. Stop just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a 1st down.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
To the air on first down. Might be looking to run. He's going to run it. Just couldn't find a hole in this defense. They were ready for him and forced him out of bounds, and no gain on the play.
And absolutely nothing doing there on the quarterback run. Defense takes all the gaps away. They use their speed to force him to the sidelines. He didn't even gain any yards, guys, before going out of bounds.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Edwards. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Alabama needs just a few inches here on third down.
Here we go.
They'll try to get it through the air. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
Kentucky going quickly. Wants to throw on first down. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. Dropping back, it's Lowry. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack.
Well, the defense, they're smelling blood in the water now. Of course, they've already knocked the starting quarterback out of this game. And now with the backup in, they're bringing more pressure. It almost looks like they're more excited to get...
He lost it high and deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Kentucky will be forced to punt. They'll look to pin him deep. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Here comes that Alabama offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
The offense will quickly use a timeout. The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on second down. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. They've got the screen set up. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on third and short from the 49. Quarterback extends the play. Now he'll let one fly down the left side. He holds it in, and nobody's close.
And that is a big-time play for the offense. The defense knew coming into this game they had to keep this guy bottled up and keep him in the pocket. That didn't happen there. He was able to buy time, extend the play.
And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Bama!
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A spirited environment there in Tuscaloosa.
Ready to start the second half. Alabama will kick it off. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this third quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the first half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession and try to put a scoring drive together.
The only thing you can do at this point offensively is just make sure your best players are touching the football as often as possible. You recruited these guys. You got guys out of the portal. You put your faith in them to make plays. This is a time to go out and do it.
Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Looking to throw, it's Lowry. Unloads to the right. They needed a big play, and they got it, and the foot down for the first down.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Pulls it and fires to the left. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Gets the back moving. Snap to the back. He breaks a tackle. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Operating in the red zone here on second down. He'll do it himself on the draw. There was nowhere to run and nowhere to hide. A loss of 5 on that play.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Fires to the tight end. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. And the kicker delivers the 3-ball to finish off the drive. Let's not say they cut into the deficit with that field goal. Maybe just, I don't know, tweaked a little bit of it away with their fingernail. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, Dave.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead.
Breaks into the open. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown Tide!
And this dude has been a problem today. Almost 200 yards rushing, rips off another long run. He has been impossible to stop. They've featured him, and Palmer, I would continue to feature him.
Yeah, I would too, David. I think he's the definition of a running back that gets better as the game goes on. The more and more you give him the football, he just seems to get stronger. He seems to get faster. People do not want to tackle this guy for 60 minutes. He is putting on a show.
On the move. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
He's got it along the sideline, and he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. That is a highly efficient way to move the chains, and now they are threatening inside the 40. Oh, he's got a chance.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Looking to throw, it's Lowry. Makes the catch. Open space at the 25. Wrestled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Back has it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
They'll try the run. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Fires into the end zone. And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. From the left hash, this one shouldn't be too much trouble. Just drives it between the uprights. And the field goal was good. They get 3 on the board, but it really doesn't matter much in terms of the deficit.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not? Such a big, long, explosive.
There he goes. And how much running room have they been able to find on the ground? Man, are they piling up some gaudy rushing stats. They don't seem interested in inching the ball down the field. That big play sets him up. 1st and 10 from the 36. Unloads to the wideout. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
Man, it's nice to have a quarterback that can do this. Last week he was unbelievable. This week, even better. This dude is absolutely on fire, in the zone, feeling it, using the whole field, doing whatever he wants, when he wants, how he wants.
This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
Well, this guy's been eating them alive all game long. Finally, though, David, you wonder if the defense has been able to make some adjustments, find something positive to help slow this guy down.
Hey, baby steps, right? That's a tackle for a loss. I know he's got over a hundo on the game, but this defense is definitely going to have to be more aggressive, commit more guys to stopping that bad man.
And the defensive coordinator is irate on the sideline. 3rd and long. It's a short throw. You've got to be able to rally.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And they take it in for 6 more points. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. If you want to know how to reach this guy, just send his mail to the end zone. That's where he lives.
He definitely is today. And I think the defense has to be getting a little sick and tired of the same guy. Them time and time again.
Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
We're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast. They force a negative play.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. He's brought down at the 33 as the defense keeps him away from that first down marker. 4th down coming up. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. He'll try to really get into this one. On his way back from the 20. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O's. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. The give to the back. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Sends it back in motion. They try to get it outside on the left. Turning it on. Push out of bounds at the 39-yard line. A big pickup on that run.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
They'll go back to work with a 1st down in the final period. They'll run it. Tough run in this part of the field. He's got 4 down to the 23.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get it done.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Forced out of the pocket. Caught in the backfield, it's Pringle. That'll be enough for a 1st down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. Plays like that with just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use the great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch, and then getting downfield, picking up some extra yards.
Alabama comes to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Alabama! That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They went 3 and out the last time they had it, and at this point of the game, you just can't afford many of those. It's a fumble. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
As a defender, you love the big hits. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you get the big hit and force the fumble.
This offense has it with really good field position. Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short. Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. On 3rd and short, they'll give it to the tight end. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the 1st down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. So close to cashing it in for this offense. A 1st down run on the doorstep. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
This is what you love to see from your red zone defense now. You're making the opponent go backwards. Really nice stop on the run, a TFL. Now you got a big 2nd down here, probably expecting the offense to throw with a little bit more room to work with.
He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
This has been really good for the defense, too. It's kind of a bend-don't-break mentality, right? Really bowing up with your backs against the wall. If you can win this next 3rd down, try to force the opponent into a field goal. That's a win if you're on defense.
Looks like the offense will just take a knee. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out, they take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next